Hey, what is up, y'all? Thank you for coming back for another episode of Good Kraken. This is episode 56. My name is Devin, aka Brevin the Dude. I am joined here today by my guy on my right, Ernell Pearson, Mr. Ocean Shrine.
What's happening, babies? What's happening? It's
What's
fucking
up? What's
cold.
up?
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I can't deal. It is cold.
You know,
my show notes are not working right now. There we go.
Well, while you're figuring that out, you know who doesn't look cold? This guy.
This
right
guy.
here.
this
Mr. Garrick Eakin,
yeah.
the motherfucking Crimson Chin.
The Crimson Chin.
How you doing, man?
Fucking tired, boys. I need a goddamn nap.
It's tired season. It's tired season, my dude.
Bro.
I get it.
Yeah. Garrick, you had a bit of a hectic day today. What's kind of loosely going on?
Dude, my car's a piece of shit is what's loosely going on. It decided
Yeah.
all I wanted to do was go home from work at a decent hour, but no, that wasn't allowed to happen because it didn't want to start, and then I, put all the effort to get the goddamn thing towed to a shop, and then it just started right away when I got to the shop, and nobody knows what's wrong with it. So that's sick.
I feel your pain. I went through something like this not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you
My
did.
car didn't start.
Damn. Oh no, it started. It has never started again.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
And then Black Eyed Peas plays in the distance. Let's get it started here.
You fucking son of that is not where I thought you were going with that. Black Eyed Peas?
Well, you know where I am going with it. Hollywood getting pissed, Dune taking the piss, Marvel pissing on all of us, and much, much more. Because this is Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. If you're watching this live, you can submit questions and topics at tinyurl.com/GK submissions to be a part of the show. If you're having a good time so far, you can watch us record the show live and ad-free by following and subscribing right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show.
Please.
Yes. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. We would love for you to give that to us and help us keep pushing content to all you wonderful people out there with the greatest and latest in entertainment. But if you've already emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest, you see how I said that twice? Whatever.
You did. That's fine. It's
That's
also
totally fine, right, guys?
Fine. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Totally fine.
Nobody would have noticed, but now they did.
You can catch our episodes on your podcast service of choice by 8 a.m. the next day. So for all y'all out there, that's Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's Sundays, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Let's go.
Yeah. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch page. Just right down there, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken and leaving a review there. Ernell!
Devin.
We got some planner work, my guy.
Yes, we do.
So, Ernell and Genesee of the Let's Get Bitchin' podcast just did a Venom 2 review this last weekend. Go watch it. Do it.
We're like a Venom 2 slaughter. It was like Did you guys listen to it?
So I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it this Thursday, and then I'm going to watch.
There you go. Okay. Sick. Yeah.
I peeped in for a little bit, apparently with spoiler section, but you guys were just like talking shit, so I had no idea what you were actually spoiling. So I was there for 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm going to go to sleep again.
Yeah. I feel it.
Also, a little one for all y'all out there. We got a really big announcement coming here soon. You should check that out.
Oh, it's gonna be
Stay
good.
tuned.
Stay
My
tuned.
body is ready.
Oh
Yeah.
baby, I'm so fucking stoked about it. Devin.
Speaking of pissing,
I've
Let
got
me
a
hear
little.
that Nolan horn.
You fucking got it, baby. Let's go. Touch of a button now. Touch of a button.
All right.
Fuck yes.
Anyways, what sound does pissing make, Ernell?
Like
That sounds like
It goes
some really
that, yeah.
spitty little waves, but let's go. I was hoping for that shit to sound like a fucking gallon of milk emptying on the concrete.
No frying chicken in there.
Depending on the sound, it sounds like this. Sick. So this
All right.
is Little Waves. It's a collection of little tiny news segments that we didn't think would have a deep enough conversation for us to kind of like, circulate between all of us. Just some smaller news pieces here. However, I'm starting out with something that's a little bit bigger. Actually, we got some breaking news today's boys. Sora has been announced for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Get fucking hype, guys. Get fucking hype. You know how fucking long.
I'm gonna play the
He's
shit
the
out of
final
Sora.
fighter, right?
Oh, he's
Yep.
the final
Yeah,
character.
He's the final one.
The final character. People have been asking for Sora in Smash Bros for so fucking long, and they finally made it happen. PlayStation finally said, "Let's do it. Let's fucking go in. Let's go in."
It's not PlayStation.
I know.
It's Square.
Yeah, I know. Tetsuya made it happen. It's fine. It's fine. Well, unfortunately, we're not gonna get Donald and Daffy. We're not
Go back to your
Smash.
Space Jam.
We're heard it here first.
If you want to slam, jam.
Oh
the
no!
Space
Oh
Jam.
no! That's not what.
All right.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna get Donald. We're not gonna get Doofy because
Doofy.
I hate it here.
Ernell, you just gotta stay proud right now.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Anyways, the point
Wait,
is,
I have something to add to this story.
You don't get Disney shit on the Switch. Okay, there you go. That's all I'm gonna say. Go on, Devin.
I have something to add to this. So this was also part of the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts today.
Yes.
They also announced that the whole Kingdom Hearts collection is actually being streamed to Switch now.
Yeah, it's going to include both Daffy and Doofy, these side characters of Gora.
I don't know if you heard what I said. It's going to be streamed.
Yeah, what is
to
that?
Switch.
Elaborate.
So it is a cloud. You will only be able to play this game while connected to the internet.
Yes.
It is going to be streaming from the cloud. I just want to say this.
Interesting.
Kingdom Hearts 1 is 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
If I can play fucking Doom or Breath of the Wild on the Switch, why are you not coming out with a hard copy or downloadable versions of a game that came out 3 console generations ago? That is disappointing.
Listen, Devin,
No.
we've established a name for this, okay? And it's called the One True SNES. The Strange Nintendo Entertainment Shit. You don't question it. You don't doubt it. You don't stand up to it. You just deal with it. Okay? Because Nintendo does what Nintendo does. All right?
Yeah, you're going to get a cease and desist letter, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I am irate because I would love to play Kingdom Hearts in front of my face. One of those games that you have to play over cloud came out on the fucking PSP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has but this is gonna have Daffy and Doofy and Dora. That's what's gonna have.
The Explorer?
Dora the Explorer exploring the gummy.
All right. This is going.
But someone else who also kind of does whatever the hell they want. Sony begins testing free PS5 game trials. So this is they're testing out PS5 like demo trial things in the UK right now. So the concept is that there's a couple games. Death Stranding is one of them, and Sackboy Great Adventure. Both of which have up to 6 hours available for you to try the game. And if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it or anything. The issue with this is that currently right now, the problem that they're running into is that the trial starts from the point you start the download, not when you start the game.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
Why?
so it's just a weird thing that they're doing with it right now. I'm sure that with enough people complaining about it, they might back up or they might not. But apparently, yeah, this is an issue people are having. So if you don't have good enough internet, you lose almost, maybe, potentially more than half your fucking trial right there. So it's like,
for real.
yeah.
You know, Death Stranding can be a demanding game.
It's a massive fucking game. There's people there's people that are saying in like Reddit forums and stuff like, I couldn't even play the trial because my game was downloading for all 6 hours.
Yeah. That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
so,
you know,
Resident Evil,
internet, you're screwed.
Capcom did it right. Capcom did it right with their trial. The timer started once you play game. Remember?
Yes, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, you're just giving me these segues because Capcom is also kind of coming with some good shit. Let's go. Capcom is planning on making PC its main platform in the coming years. So during some interviews with the CEO of Capcom, explaining, we have had some great turnaround on PC coming from games like Resident Evil 8, and we plan on continuing to focus on our PC platforms for our games going forward. So coming in the near future, definitely expect way more Capcom titles to be available on PC day and date.
I'm stoked. That's actually cool as fuck.
It is. Honestly. It is cool. Capcom's getting it figured out. So it's gonna be dope to see over the course of the next. I'd probably say give it like 3-4 years, and then it'll be a real consistent thing.
One of my favorite games they came out with within the last few years is Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen. If they took that concept and focused primarily on PC, you have yourself your Eastern Witcher right there.
Eastern Witcher.
Yep. Yep. Wow. It's your JRPG Witcher.
As one Garrick would say, fuck. Anyways, okay, so next up we have James Gunn. I know Garrick's loving that. James Gunn teases new MCU character in Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. So, Devin, you and I actually briefly talked about this for a second the other night. Okay, and we kind of like put on our tinfoil hats. You're like, okay, obviously it could potentially be Adam Warlock, it could be a bunch of different other people. What I did not realize, what I did not think about in my tiny human brain, okay, because I am below everyone on this earth. Okay, I am the dirt beneath your feet. Especially Kalani's feet, because she's queen and I want her to step on me. Anyways, in Marvel, Santa Claus is an Omega level threat mutant.
What?
There's a good chance we're gonna get a mutant Santa Claus, dog. Like,
what?
Yeah, dude. Santa Claus is an Omega level mutant. Like, that's how they explain that he's able to be Santa Claus, because he's a mutant in the comics. Like, I'm here for it.
So he has like multiple powers and stuff.
That's how he's able to go into people's houses
and
leave
like
shrink. And shit. He's a mutant,
run super fast, fly,
dog. I'm saying, imagine
create reality, create toys.
I'm saying, like, imagine now. Here's my idea, right? What if we just get Adam Warlock in a Santa outfit, and he is Santa. He is Santa. And then real Santa comes in and beats his ass. I'm here for it.
Fuck it. Let's go. Actually, if anything, it's going to be Star-Lord acting like Santa. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Peter Quill's a fucking idiot.
And then real Santa comes in. Yeah, it'd be wild. It'd be wild. I know. They're just out here just doing the fucking most. But that also includes Venom, Let There Be Carnage, setting a pandemic record with a $90 million domestic box office debut. God fucking damn it. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Are they beating
deserve that?
Are they beating Shang-Chi?
No. They are not beating Shang-Chi. No. They are beating Black Widow, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you're setting the bar super high with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It breaks my fucking heart, but I'm not heartbroken about Final Fantasy.
Did you hear about?
Oh, you jumped into my segue, you motherfucker! Go on. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, did you hear about Scarlett Johansson winning, getting a settlement?
Yeah. I was thinking about putting it in, but it was like way early last week news, so I was like,
yeah,
maybe not.
It's just kind of relevant to Black Widow.
Yeah, she got the settlement. I think it was like $180 million, some shit like that.
It was 40 million.
40, okay, yeah. I don't know where I got the 180 from. That's some daffy doofy Dora.
I think 180 is like what Black Widow did.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would
40
make
million
sense.
is still a chunk of change, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, 40 million compared to also the 180.
Like, I wish I could be filmed in like a skimpy, like skin tight leather outfit, like, and get paid $40 million for that. Like, can I do that? Can I do that? And they get paid another $40 million to play as an Asian woman.
I think you can make it happen.
Actually, a white woman is what I would have to play in order for that to make sense. But some other things that make sense. Final Fantasy VII, the first soldier gets a release window and new features announced. So this is the Battle Royale mobile version of a Final Fantasy VII game. Based on what I had seen on the coverage on this, actually looks pretty cool. I'm actually pretty interested in this. Yeah, I'm sure me and Devin will definitely be giving it a shot. It is utilizing the active time combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake. In this, they also added a bunch of other little tiny things to sort of like make it the experience they want. It's some really cool stuff that they're talking about doing in there. Devin, I'm assuming you're hyped on this. Garrick, do you have any interest in this too?
I'm not sure. I'll probably, but say it's free, so I'll probably at least give it like a go, but I'm not a super big Final Fantasy fan, and I'm not a super big Battle Royale fan, so that's
fair.
It's kind of two strikes against it, but it doesn't have a third, so I'll try it out.
Yeah, it is a third-person action RPG style game, so
it is.
That is a big plus.
It is.
Yeah, that might actually sway me a little more.
It's multiplayer.
It is.
All three can play together when it comes out. And here's what I recommend you do.
Squads,
This is what I recommend you do.
Okay,
you take your controller, you Bluetooth it to your phone. You can buy a little clip on Amazon for like $9. That's how I play mobile games. Yeah.
Mobile
all
phones.
the same difference.
That's how I play mobile phones. Actually, no, it's interesting that you talk about that, because one of the things they announced for this is that this has been in like alpha testing for the past like 8 months, basically, like over the course of summer and stuff. One of the biggest complaints they had was that it did not have controller compatibility enabled to it. And because it did not, that's one of the things they're adding now. So with that said, yes, yeah. See, that's what you do. That's what happens when you actually fucking listen to your fan base. People are happy. People are also happy about Dying Light 2 featuring the Mandalorian's Rosario Dawson as a major role. Goddamn, this trailer, I don't know if you guys saw it, but this trailer looks sick. The reason I'm even putting this in here, though, is because are you guys finding it to be as rad as I find it to be, that we're getting major actors more involved in the video game realm? Because that's sick to me. That's fucking dope.
It's been happening for quite a while now.
Yeah, but it's like progressively getting more frequent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for it.
Well, as a lot of people know, especially in this industry, the video game industry as a whole is actually bigger than movies and TV combined.
Financially, yes. Yes.
So I'm not surprised that it's getting to this point where we're having like A-list stars, especially at the caliber that these stories are now that are coming out. Like, people are seeing stories like The Last of Us or like the original BioShock, or like, think about any time somebody wants to make a movie out of a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not we just bring in the actors from the movies to the games?
I'm saying, Garrick, what actor do you want to see in the game next?
As like, I don't know, honestly, because like, okay, are we talking about like in the actual, like the actor looks like the actor,
the
like
actor
motion cap role?
Yeah, as if they are playing that character, they're mocapped and everything. And
I have one.
Devin, what do you got?
I want Chris Hemsworth Extraction style in like a game like that.
In an Extraction game? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Garrick, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you got?
I think I would like to see, I don't know. I could see like maybe Chris Pratt in like an actual, like some sort of third person, like Jurassic Park game would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Yeah,
it would also be dope to have him play as Mario. That'd be pretty good.
No.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. So Chris Pratt in the Jurassic Park game?
Yeah, just because like the universe is like big enough in the Jurassic Park world, like they've expanded on enough that they could do something other than like the little evolutionary park simulator that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it would look like by any means, but I feel like something like that would be pretty cool. I think I would like to see Keanu Reeves in another game too, because I don't feel like Cyberpunk 2077 really gave him the justice.
Yeah, he played a
deserved as
very different character.
It was like,
yeah.
I would like to see him in like a protagonist, or like maybe you're like in like this a same sort of like perspective that you do for Norman Reedus in Death Stranding.
I like that. I like that.
What Keanu Reeves in Silent Hill?
Oh, that'd be ill. Oh, he'd kill it.
That'd be good. He's stoic enough. That would be super rad.
Oh, that'd be sick. It's actually funny that you bring up the Jurassic Park game thing though, because I saw some rumor stuff, and it's like from some pretty cited sources and shit. That there's a Jurassic Park survival horror game that is being developed right now, like started development from the same team that did Alien Isolation. So,
dude,
like,
I'd play that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm fucking here for it. Like, it's not quite Dino Crisis, but like I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here for it.
It's just the kitchen scene from the first Jurassic Park on loop.
just
just looped for,
it's like
for 10 hours.
Demo, but it's just the kitchen scene.
Yeah, I love that. That sounds like
Clever
absolute,
girl.
That sounds like absolute ass. Just like a Korean man getting 4,000 calls a day because of Squid Game. So, Garrick, have you watched Squid Game yet?
I haven't.
Okay, Devin, I know you've watched Squid Game. There is a specific business card in Squid Game that shows a phone number on the back of it and shows the character, the main character, calling said phone number. Well, apparently this phone number is actually the personal phone number of a 40-year-old Korean business owner. In Korea, and this poor man is getting thousands of phone calls to him every day. And it's cool though, because there is
ready.
I know. I mean, he wasn't warned. He wasn't like, they just threw a number in there, dog. This poor fucking guy. On the other hand, there is an organization in Korea that is offering him what was essentially the equivalent of like $84,000 to buy his phone number from him. But he is hesitant of it because his business is tied to that phone number, and so there's a bunch of other stuff going on. But please, guys, I love all of you. We too have watched Squid Game. We're going to be talking about it a little bit later. Do not call that fucking phone number. Leave him the fuck alone. For God's sake, leave him alone. He's a poor man. He was not wanting this. He did not want this, okay?
Bro, who calls phone numbers that they see in like TV shows and shit anyways? That's like being like 10 years old and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna dial 8675309 and we're gonna see if it rings.
Okay, listen though, we all did that. Okay, let's just
that's why I use it as an example.
Let's come correct here. Okay. Now here, you know what? I'm gonna call him and ask him how he feels about it right now.
Tell him up, like, hey, Korean guy, you're on the Good Kraken podcast.
I know, dog. We're gonna have to start paying him money to play as a little white lady too, because Scarlett Johansson settles the Black Widow lawsuit with Disney. Talked a little bit about that earlier. Yeah, sick.
I just put my hands up because I was like, I already said this.
I know, Devin. I know. In the meantime, guys, that has been Little Waves. We can move into the main news stuff now. Devin, what do we got, my guy?
So, we got some news. Not a lot, but we got some.
We do.
Okay. Yeah. So, it almost looks like Yahtzee.
It's actually Daffy, Doofy, and Dora. It's their organization.
Is it pronounced?
No, it's
ITATSE?
acronym.
Oh, so IATSE,
There you go.
one of Hollywood's biggest unions, approves strike authorization. This is coming from Matt Kim over at IGN. The International Association of Theatrical Stage Employees has agreed to approve a strike authorization in an overwhelming vote. They announced that nearly 90% of its 60,000 union members voted in favor of a strike authorization in a vote that passed with a 98.7% approval. While this doesn't initiate a strike, the union is now able to call one if negotiations for the new contract continue to stall. I don't know why I tripped up on that one.
Okay.
Union
That's okay.
continues to meet with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers representing major film studios and streaming companies on a new 3-year contract. According to the Hollywood Union's website, the union is bargaining for better working hours, rest and break periods for meals and weekends, livable wages for locals, and better wages for union members working on, quote, new media and, quote, streaming projects, who the unions say are being paid less despite production budgets that rival traditional blockbusters. Deadline reports that IATSE locals are asking for a, quote, real and meaningful rest period, as 14-hour days is widely seen as an industry standard at this point. The LA Times, meanwhile, reports that the AMPTP has so far been unresponsive to these demands and has argued that it has raised minimum pay for these new media productions and covered the union's $400 million pension and health plan deficit. The two sides will continue to negotiate on a new contract for both the union's West Coast members and national members. But with the strike authorization, the union president can call for one if a deal fails to materialize. A strike would be a rarity considering the AITSE hasn't staged a strike since 1945, a date known as Hollywood's Bloody Friday, according to LA Times, but it threatens to leave massive disruptions across Hollywood projects currently in development.
Oh, you read that with about as much enthusiasm as it deserved.
Yeah.
It's true.
I hated reading it. Can I be honest with you guys?
You were doing the acronyms. And there were so many different acronym
I know.
combinations.
Ernell, I hate you.
I was in my brain. I was like, he's just gonna say like
I felt like I was on the local news just now. Like, what the hell? I don't care about this at all.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I'm curious, actually. I'm curious. Does this include like griffers and like stagehands and like staffing and stuff? Like,
yeah. So the International Association of Theatrical Stage Employees, that includes everybody under the spectrum that is a part of Hollywood's industry. That is not just the actors, because that's what the Actors Guild is for.
Yeah.
So this is the faces you don't really see unless you're watching like, behind the scenes or like documentaries and shit like that. This is for them, which is rad. I mean, like we talk all the time about like how important unionization like needs to be even in the games industry. And we're getting there. We're getting there. This is, an obvious step. The more unions that we have slowly popping up and we see the good results of them, the more other industries will feel compelled to start applying them to their stuff too. So Devin, what are your thoughts on this, my guy?
I mean, they obviously deserve to be paid more. There's millions and millions and millions of dollars being thrown around in that industry to usually just a handful of people, where a lot of these people are actually making pretty much minimum wage or maybe just a little bit above. I have a few friends who've worked in the industry before. Logan, he used to work on Grimm back in the day.
Red Halo. He works.
Yeah,
in the movie
Halo
industry.
works in the industry too. They expect you to be there, 10 to 15 hours every day. That's it. That's all you do. Even if you're not working, you're there for that time.
They need paid. I mean? They need to get paid. They need their fucking money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. They should be making double, if not triple, what they're making right now, easily. With good career paths. I just want to say I hated reading that article though.
No, I get it. I mean, like we'll be unionizing soon. I'm sure you guys are gonna need it from the wrath of me, and you're gonna be contacting our HR Raven far more often. Let's. What are you doing? The Sam Adams like barrel sand? What are you trying to do? You're white. I asked you a question. You're like, oh.
I said what? I don't know. That's I said what? I don't know.
That's a response. Goddamn. But including good responses, guys. We have Dune is fucking responding. They're responding real fucking well because Dune harvests the international spice and crosses $100 million at the box office. This comes from Maggie Bocella, Bocella from Collider, and it reads like this. Dune has already garnered massive box office numbers before it even hits American theaters. 2 weeks ahead of its October 22nd premiere in the United States, the Denis Villeneuve-directed science fiction epic has officially earned over $100 million at the international box office, bringing in another $13.7 million in its third weekend in theaters, and officially bringing box office estimates to $100.3 million. Overall. The highly anticipated adaptation, which is currently playing in over 6,000 theaters in 32 markets, has yet to see a significant box office drop, and likely won't before it hits American theaters, where it has been eagerly awaited by fans of Frank Herbert's 1965 novel. The film experienced a 49% drop after opening internationally on September 17th, and earning $36.8 million its first weekend, and in like-for-like markets, and at today's rates, the film continues to track ahead of its competition, including 11% of Tenet, ahead of Tenet, 58% ahead of Black Widow, 65% ahead of Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, and 91% ahead of Godzilla vs. Kong.
God,
that fucking sucks. Dune, however, has fallen behind a few of its competitors, with No Time to Die crossing $119 million in his first weekend at the international box office, a welcome send-off for Daniel Craig's James Bond, and Venom, Let There Be Carnage, besting the film's benchmark in Russia by earning $13.8 million there in its first weekend. According to Box Office Mojo, the film currently sits just behind Venom in the ranking of 2021 releases at number 28 worldwide. That being said, with the Timothée Chalamet-led epic just under 2 weeks away from its domestic release, fans can certainly look forward to big numbers at the box office, which will inevitably pump the sci-fi adventure several spots up the chart. With such a hefty reputation to follow, not only from Herbert's novel, but from David Lynch's failed 1984 adaptation, the epic has a lot to live up to, but with the hype built around the film, as well as the standing ovation it received after premiering at the Venice Film Festival, the outlook for longtime fans seems positive. Dune also stars Zendaya, Oscar Isaac, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, and Javier Bardem. The film is directed by Villeneuve, who co-wrote the screenplay with John Spates and Eric Roth. I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to be Spates. And Eric Roth, and will premiere in American theaters on HBO Max on October 22nd. Boys, I know damn well all of us are real fucking hype about this movie.
I've been excited about this movie for like 2.5 years.
Does this make you more hype? Because it hits me that way.
Yes.
Like it got a standing ovation. Like, sign me the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the Venice Film Festival.
Basically anything we're going to see is going to be better than the David Lynch adaptation. But the thing is, I think this is one of the things I love about Dune fans. Go to somebody who's read the book. All of the books, and then ask them what it is about. They will not be able to fucking tell you. And that's one of the beautiful things about Dune.
That's totally fair. Box Network, including Jagger up there in the chat. Guys, thank you for rating us. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Thank you so much, dude.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're currently talking about our hype on Dune just really, really fast. Yeah, dude, this is sick. Like the fact that they're like making so much money overseas. Oh, and Husky in the chat. What's up, baby? They're making so much money overseas right now, like internationally overseas, that like they're gonna capitalize once it releases in America. Like, they're gonna make so much fucking money once it releases in the States. Oh my god, dude. Like listen, hear me out real quick, Devin, before I'll get to you here in just a second, right? As much as I'm like, it's gonna be available on HBO Max, I should just watch it at home. A big part of me is like, I at least have to at least once see it in theaters.
First time in theaters, and then you watch it on HBO Max as many times as you
want. That's what I'm thinking, because it's like, this movie very obviously looks fucking stunning. and I'm here for it. Halo in the chat, what's happening, baby?
Saw, dude.
Dude, this movie looks goddamn incredible. Like, I am so fucking ready for this damn movie, dude. I'm stoked.
It looks
I'm
so
stoked.
visually stunning. Like it's just, I love the costume design so
Oh,
much.
it's so good.
The costume design, especially Zendaya's, just
I love
gets
it.
me.
What's up, Devin? What's up?
We should probably go see that movie.
I mean, like, if you're down, I'm down, my
absolutely.
dude. If I'm down,
Yeah.
Without
I'm here for it.
American critics being involved, it's sitting at a 91% critic review on Rotten Tomatoes already.
Yeah, I know. I watch all the Dune weebs come in and just review bomb it. I fucking hate. I hate fandom so much.
It'll be like some weird whack dude who's just like, the David Lynch adaptation is the only one that I acknowledge. You're gonna be like, you're
There's
the only
totally
one.
gonna be
All right,
those
buddy.
guys.
Dude. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Corny. I hate
Oh
it.
my
I hate it.
God.
Devin, what is next, dude? What is next?
Well,
what do we got now?
I actually wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yeah. Oh, we have answers.
Do you have a prediction for how Dune is going to do first weekend in the box office?
Internationally or just in the States?
Just in the States.
Let me pull up a number here. Let me pull up a number here really fast, okay? Pull up a number here.
So what does it say in the article about what it's 36.8 mil was its first weekend overseas? I bet you here in the US, just because I feel like it's going to be a little bit more of a popular Western release than it is overall. I'm going to say like 42.
42. Okay, so here, just to put it in perspective for you, Shang-Chi earned 94 million domestically over its opening weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 130,000.
First weekend, I was gonna go with 110. I was gonna go with 110.
I'm shooting, dude.
Yeah, I
can feel
lowballed
it.
the shit out of that.
Yeah, you did. You, dude. I mean, like realistically, what would your actual guess be now knowing that information? What do you think?
I was gonna say like 80 mil, 80, 90 mil.
Oh, Red Halo coming in with 100.
That was
I know.
That was like my gut base.
1,000?
I didn't want to overshoot.
Oh, 1,000. Sorry, I meant million. Did I
You
say
meant
1,000?
million.
I meant million.
You
You know what
meant
the fuck
million.
I'm
That was
Halo,
110 million.
Listen, I'm pretty sure I actually did the exact same thing talking to Halo one night when we were playing Destiny with them. So I'm just gonna go fucking kill myself now. I'm just gonna go
the thing
down.
is-
No, we do.
Is
We
I
do
think-
not. We do not approve of self harm.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, I love you. He's right. He's right.
I feel like the cast is going to be a big part of the draw, just as much as the actual like genre of the film.
100%. Oh,
Because,
yeah.
dude, I cannot express to you guys how fucking here I am for bearded Oscar Isaac.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? Bearded Oscar Isaac, like militarized, like Josh Brolin. Are you kidding me? Zendaya just looking like a snack in the desert. Like we have so many good things in this, and I'm here for every single step of it.
Yes.
These three names back to back: Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly love
I hope
Josh
they all
Brolin.
fight each
Like,
other.
I love him.
Halo's in the chat says I'll say 115 mil.
Yeah,
I like that guess.
That
That's
seems
good
about
guess.
right. That seems about right.
I'm shooting high. I got a really good gut feeling about this. Like I think they're gonna blow it out of the goddamn water. And I think we're at a point now where the pandemic is starting to like matter less and less with people as far as like people that want to go to theaters. I can see it hitting pretty good.
Yeah.
Hitting pretty good.
Yeah.
So Devin, what do we got, my dude?
Well, with that being said, we're gonna move on into our second segment now, guys. Each
going
of you
first?
guys will be. I'm obviously it's gonna be Garrick. Duh. You just got done blabbing your fucking mouth.
Yeah, no, I know you're right. You're right.
But anyways, Garrick, could you please tell me one game or one movie or TV show, combination of the two, maybe just one? What's up, dude?
All right. So I'll start with my show. So it's a little older. I'm playing a little bit of catch up on some animes, and I am actually watching some Fire Force at the moment. You guys checked out Fire Force?
I've seen the
not
trailer
watched it,
for
no.
Fire Force. It looks like very over dramatized, like firefighting.
I mean, that sounds tight to me.
It gives that appearance at first. Okay, did you guys ever see in Soul Eater? Did you ever see the anime Soul Eater?
Yeah.
With
No.
I watched shit out of it.
Okay, so it's same author. Fire Force is the same author from Soul
okay.
Eater. And I would actually argue that the story for this is like leaps and bounds better. Like leaps and
Then
bounds.
Soul Eater, because Soul Eater was still pretty good.
I loved Soul Eater. I loved it. But this is way more cohesive of a story, and the protagonists are just rad. So basically the whole basis is the Fire Force are pyrokinetic users of various degrees.
Oh, so Halo's
And-
not being facetious in the chat because Halo said firefighting with
No,
superpowers.
it literally
Okay.
is firefighting with
Okay.
superpowers. And but they're not necessarily putting out like actual fires. They're battling like a it's like an affliction called spontaneous combustion, and people become creatures called infernals, like which are basically these raging fire demons. It'll just they literally will just like they'll be eating dinner and just spark up in their own house, instantly dead, just flaming demons.
That's a really fucking cool concept because spontaneous combustion is a real life thing, and for them to like because that was like in a weird like IRL like anomaly that was happening for like a really long time where people were just like out of nowhere like being found burnt to a fucking crisp for no explanation whatsoever, and having this be an explanation. I love shit like that. Continue. Sorry.
It's awesome. And so basically it's almost like a dystopian setting. Like there was I can't remember the name of like the cataclysmic event that more or less happened that basically wiped out a huge portion of the population. And like the New World's empire is centered in Japan around this big like it's like a nuclear reactor, but it's basically it's called Amaterasu, and it's like this big flame engine. And like there's like conspiracy theories, and like there's different generations of pyrokinetics. Like some of them can just manipulate flames, some of them can conjure flames, some can manipulate and conjure flames. They all have unique superpowers. Like it's really interesting, and the animation. Oh, dude, the fight scenes are rad looking.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
It's 2 seasons deep right now, and I highly recommend checking it out if you watch Soul Eater.
I'm sold. Honestly,
yeah, you should peep it. It's so good. It's like one of my favorite animes of like recent. I'm a huge shonen fan, and so it really scratches that itch, but it's not like super kind of it's not ham-fisty like Dragon Ball Z or Bleach. Bleach is my favorite anime, but like
dude, I love Bleach.
Classic.
It's like it doesn't have like that over the top power creep. Like everybody's super strong, but it's not just like 6 episodes of one fight. Like the fights are quick and like they're snappy, and the animations are super good.
Oh yeah,
episode 1.
Yeah, check
episode
it out.
2.
Check it out.
Episode 3.
Yes, except for without that. So not DBZ exactly.
Yeah.
But Fire Force, it's great, and the story's still going. The manga's still going. It's super popular right now. So
okay,
sick, dude. What's your short one then?
My short one, honestly, I'm revisiting Skyrim at the moment. So,
nice.
Ernell, I told you last week that I had been reading a lot. Shut the fuck up with I don't need your judgment.
Go fuck yourself. I played
Skyrim
for the 14th time.
It's a little fun. Okay,
so you know what, Garrick, I approve. Don't listen to Ernell over there.
Listen. There's a million and one games you could be playing. Okay, a million and one games, and you chose to pick the one
Shut
game.
up, Sony Brony.
It's not even a Sony thing. I'm just saying there's a million other games to play. Like,
hear me out. Red Halo. I am playing vanilla only because I've been playing it on my Switch at work because I've got a lot of free time.
Arguably worse.
But shut up. So, like I was telling Ernell last week, I'd been reading a lot of these like werewolf-centric sort of like urban fantasy novels. So I re-downloaded Skyrim the other day, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do like a role play playthrough of a werewolf. And so that's what I'm doing. Like I'm getting like super into it, and like doing like the self-imposed rules. Like the character's only gonna act this way with other characters, and like only use the intimidate because werewolves would be like fucking aggro as shit. It's been really fun. It's a nice little time squeezer. I love Skyrim, dude. Every once in a while, it's just fun to revisit like just the expansiveness that it offers.
I started playing it not too long ago, modded on PC because I never played it with a shit ton of mods. And
It's
I will say
great with mods.
it's amazing.
Great with
It looks so purty. So purty.
To be completely honest with you, I can't talk too much shit because every year, starting from June until the end of July, I rewatch every single episode of House MD. So
Yeah,
I can't talk too much.
Bro,
shit,
who
I'm
has
sorry.
the time for that shit? Like,
Yeah.
I love House as much as the next guy, but if I
So
wanted a
so it's got
sociopathic doctor, I would just go down the street.
so it's gotten to the point where I have Halo, to answer your question, I have played it modded, but not to like a deep extent. It's gotten to the point where I've watched so much House that I've mostly memorized like the story beats in every single episode. So I will basically just have it playing in the background of my life for 2 months. And so it's like constantly yeah. So it's like easy for me
I do
to
that
burn
with
through.
shows too, for sure, for sure.
Devin, I think it's your turn, my guy, or do you want me to go?
Well, I will go.
Okay.
I will lead with one short thing, and then I'll let you take over and do your short thing because we kind of have a big thing to talk.
We got one big thing together.
So-
Fusion, baby, do it.
Do it.
This way. Fusion. There you go. Okay, sick. Oh, Genesee's in the chat. I just want to let you know I successfully got to the Twitch stream without Googling. Genesee, we love
Hey!
you. Dude, congratulations. We love you so much.
Progress
Good for
comes
you.
in baby steps, Genesee.
Thank you. We're excited to hang out with you again this Saturday. It's gonna be fun. Devin, go ahead. What's your short one?
Yeah, so as a lot of you guys may know, I was busy, fighting, supervillains in the Antarctic, and I got sick. So
It's true.
I laid in bed a lot. I watched a lot of Walking Dead, and I only played a little bit of video games. And I played this little indie game off of Game Pass that should just be a mobile game called Donut County.
Fuck, I forgot you were talking about this. I forgot you were going to talk about this game. Okay.
I played this game for a week.
God damn.
It's just a boost to serotonin. That's all I gotta say. It has a story that is kind of relevant to what you do, but is not relevant at all. It's very, very random. And you start off as like a little hole the size of like a baseball. And eventually you can swallow towns.
Yeah. I too am also just a little hole for you. Continue.
But yeah, so I passed a lot of my extra free time doing that. And
oh man.
also playing roleplay DayZ. Yes, roleplay.
Dude.
Yeah.
Role play game, like do every once in
Yeah.
a while, like if you've got like a good group of people that can get into like role playing in a video game with you, like it's so much fucking fun.
I
DayZ
did
would be
it
lit.
once in Red Dead Online. And my homies continued on basically without me when I started realizing that they were hog tying women and throwing them into lakes. And I was like, okay, I'm not here for this, guys. I'm out. I am fucking out. Anyways, continue.
I'm playing on a community server in DayZ where we all just moved from one map to another modded map with the newest update, and we're role playing. Not only are there zombies in the game, but we're role playing. The admins and everything are playing as vampires with all their admin god powers, so they keep showing up and making stuff.
So extra. That sounds so
It's
extra.
it's
so
fun.
fun.
It's
That
fun.
sounds fun.
And they like added like a bunch of shit and developed stuff for the game. It's really fun.
Dude, I feel like DayZ would be perfect for like a Walking Dead sort of like role play simulator experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what
essentially
I want.
that.
That's what I want. The vampire
it's
thing is
essential-
weird to me.
No.
because it's like
See, everybody beats the shit out of the Walking Dead thing, though. Everybody beats the living fuck out of it. Trust me, I've done it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's about all I'm gonna say. Besides that game, if you're ever interested in playing, it goes on sale a lot. Hit me up if you want to play, because I got a big group of people that would be down. So
I'm gonna be waiting for the day before.
I'll be playing that shit too.
We'll be playing that, my guy. We'll be role playing in that, but we'll also be playing the game. Sorry.
No, you play the fuck out of Daisy.
I'm joking about role playing with you and me being a tiny hole for you. Okay, so the
shit fuck.
Yeah, Daffy Doofy and Dora. Okay, so
way to be proud. Okay,
proud. Yeah. Well,
okay, hold up.
Okay,
hold up. You guys can't keep using made up ass fucking words and not telling me what it is.
Okay, so
right,
so
listen here.
We cannot.
Right,
we cannot.
It's proud. It means proud and present. Betch.
So we can't say too much.
Excuse me.
We cannot say too much because it revolves around our announcement. But we were recording things. We were recording things for beep. And and Devin made a boo boo and accidentally, instead of saying we proudly present, he said proud. And he did it 3 times, and it was so funny. I was like, what does that even mean? He was
called being proud and present.
He said it's being present and proud. And like he said it like such a valley girl. It fucking killed me. I can't. Anyways, my short one, I played Subnautica Below Zero for a few hours. This game is fucking hard. This game's real hard. I'm like out here struggling real fucking bad in Subnautica right now. I gotta look up like a tutorial video or like a tips video or some shit because I am like not doing good in this damn game. I am not. I hardly ever play survival, so it's like this level of survival that's like super in depth. Like you need to be constantly like worried about everything like all the time. Like the last one that I played was the Humankind Odyssey, the one where you play as like a prehistoric monkey. And you like evolve into that was the last one I played. Also got my ass beat by that game too. It's just so far beyond my brain span that I can't like consistently like play it and be like, oh, that's great. Was there okay, there's a person in our user viewers right now named Not Xander, and I'm curious if that is Xander watching from another channel he has. That's
legitimately something else, somebody else.
Obviously,
that's one of his admins.
Well, no, because Xander has another thing that he calls Not Xander that I know about. I don't want to, front on him or anything, or spill his tea or whatever. But I mean, if it is, then like, hi Xander, love you. Anyways, so it's not Xander. Thank you, Halo. Thank you for that. Anyways, the thing that me and Devin want to talk about tonight is our finishing Squid Game. This show, guys, chat, be cool. Okay, be cool, chat. This show is fucking amazing. You need to watch this goddamn show. Holy shit, Devin, this show, chef's fucking kiss to the extent end of the universe, dude. Garrick, you need to watch this goddamn show. The show is phenomenal.
From what I understand, Korean television basically just consistently fucking slaps.
Yeah,
Korean content has been killing
it
for the past like 5-6 years, dude. Like they've just been slaying the goddamn game. I mean, even longer technically because they've been doing this shit for a long time. But specifically the last like 5 years has just been outstanding. Yes, Halo, we are glad that you suggested like this. Absolutely. Oh my god, this show, dude. Oh my god, this fucking show, dude.
So. What is it about? Like, I don't know.
Devin, I got you.
We can't tell you really. We honestly can't.
Is it you just gotta watch it?
No. Okay, listen. We can explain because a lot of this is like, I'm sure you get it just from watching like a snippet of the goddamn trailer. Okay,
I've seen so many of the memes and stuff around it already.
The concept is that there is a group of people that are all in deep financial debt that get tricked into playing a series of games. Physically, they're playing a series of games for some facility that is being guarded and ran by some secret group of people, and they go to play these games, and things are not all as they seem to be. Watch the fucking show. Things get wild, my dude. It gets wild. I think I really enjoyed it because the the production value of it is very Train to Busan. Like the production value is insane, like surprisingly fucking insane. Like they did such a good job on the production. The writing is extremely clever and original. The way that the characters like interact with each other just feels right because they put it in a position where it doesn't feel like, you know, like when you watch like an American like horror content, you're kind of like, why the fuck would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, no, you should be fucking getting the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? This is one of they handle things in this. It's very like, oh shit, yeah, like I'd probably be stuck in that situation too. You know what I mean? So they make it feel very like down to earth and how everybody sort of interacts with stuff. The only thing I'll say to you is make sure you watch it. If you're going to watch it with subtitles, watch it with English, not English CC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because the closed captions.
Because I would have watched it with closed captions.
Yeah. Closed captions. It does a translation of the translation, where the English subtitles, like the base English ones, pull it straight from the translation of the script. So it's
okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna get more of an accurate, because it's not gonna be perfect. Korean's a really complex language, but you're gonna get much of a better experience doing it that way. I watched it dubbed myself because it was nostalgic for me to watch it dubbed. But I did have a couple of episodes that I did watch subbed just to like get the experience for it. But I've talked about it enough. Devin, what were your fucking thoughts on it, my dude?
Dude, I loved it. It was a roller coaster. There's not a lot I can say that you haven't already said because I really don't want to give away any spoilers like whatsoever.
Nope.
Just get ready for it to pull on your heartstrings a little bit too. That's my forewarning to you.
Mm-hmm. It gets crushing. It gets crushing.
And
how many episodes is it?
9.
Okay.
It's 8. It's 8 or
like
9.
48-minute episodes.
They're an hour long. They're an hour long.
It's like 58 minutes.
Dude, right,
yeah.
Red?
Hey, okay, so Garrick, the only thing we're gonna tell you, episode 6. That's all we're gonna say. Let's move on. Episode 6.
Yeah, if you think you're gonna be done watching after you finish episode 5, watch episode 6.
No, if you get to episode 2 and you're like, I don't know about this. No, you fucking sit there and you get to episode 6. God damn it, Garrick. I'm telling. Oh, dude. Let's move on. Devin, what do we got?
Yeah.
What do we got, my guy?
Yeah. Well, can you just give me another Nolan horn real quick? Just fucking hit it.
God damn, son. I thought you'd never ask. Let's fucking go, my dude.
All right. Yo, this is segment 3. And I got a big question for y'all. Could Marvel's TV content be better than their movies? Yay, nay, maybe so. What y'all think?
So, this is open forum discussion, like we did with our fandom episode. Okay. We're just going to start off, and I started off last time. Garrick, I actually want to hear from you first this time, my dude. What do you think? Could Marvel's TV content end up being better than their movies?
If they continue the trend that they have been on since Disney Plus's launch, I actually feel like it's going to be a big yes for me, at least, because episodic and seasonal setups allow them to do a more intimate, grandiose story over a longer period of time. And I feel like some of these characters, especially some of the new ones coming up, like Miss Marvel and Hawkeye and Kate Bishop and Moon Knight, are really going to excel in that setting. Like Moon Knight specifically, dude, I feel like Moon Knight's going to pop the fuck off. Like really hard.
Yeah.
Like
I'm with you.
Because I just feel like they have the opportunity to do like really awesome like story pieces. The one thing that concerns me, and this comes from like having watched Loki, there were some implications that Loki's television like storyline, it had like implications for the MCU on the silver screen, and some of those like missed me kind of, if that makes sense. Like I was just like, I don't know if that really did like I didn't know if it really hit its mark, like specifically when they they expanded and opened up the multiverse itself. I was just like, that's such a big deal, and I didn't feel like it was a big deal. So I feel like they have to temper their expectations a little bit with how they're going to be delivering story content to like the greater masses, and blending it appropriately within the scope of the TV, and not try so hard to be like that silver screen expectation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Just to let you guys know in the chat too, I have a poll that's currently up there asking if you think the Marvel TV shows or the films are better. Go ahead, please put your vote in there. We'd like to see the results in there. You guys are more than welcome to put in your opinions more in depth in the chat. We'd love to hear from you guys. Rares to Mikes, thank you for the subscription. And also, big fucking facts here. Punisher has been the fucking best. And yeah, I mean, like, here's the deal. After Mike's here to watching the entirety of Netflix's Marvel content, I'm working our way obviously through Disney Plus's Marvel content. I'm currently burning my way through What If now to get ready for a review on Saturday. We're gonna be talking, baby. We're gonna be talking, baby. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I think Garrick's 100% right. Like they have a shot to have the TV content end up better than the movies. The tough part that I feel like we have to make sure that we remember those, that the big amazing movies that we got from Marvel, the Civil Wars, the Winter Soldiers, the Infinity Wars, the End Games, like the big pivotal ones were so good. It's gonna be hard for the shows to beat that experience for us. You know what I mean? I want to toss this off to Devin though. What do you have to say, my guy?
As of now, I don't think they're better than the movies because Infinity War, Endgame, Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, just to name a few, and Shang-Chi, actually. Like, the movies are definitely topping the shows right now. Can the shows get better than the movies? Absolutely. They can, but we have to see it first. I'll be honest with What If so far. Only a few of the episodes have really hit with me. There's some, that's about all I'll say right now.
I actually saw Xander kind of saying the same thing about the what ifs. He was kind of saying that like not all of the episodes necessarily hit the mark. Yeah. And he said he was telling, obviously I haven't seen it, so he was saying that like he felt like some of the earlier episodes were stronger than some of the stuff later in the season.
Yeah. All I'll say about What If right now, that last episode,
chef's kiss.
Yep.
We got a new follower, Endeavor. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you. We are a podcast.
Welcome.
We're not gonna jump. We don't have too much of a reaction for it. We love you though. Thank you so much for coming in to hang out with us, and welcome to the family. I think that's a very solid point. In the state that it is now, it's hard to say that the shows are better than the movies because the movies are so good. They're so good, dog. Like I still watch Endgame from time to time. I'm pretty sure I've seen it more than a good 20 times now, because like sometimes I'm just like, I need hype in my life at the moment, and Endgame is one of the most like perfect examples of what hype can be in a fucking movie. And sometimes I just feel like fucking going in, dog. Like I'll start up Endgame and just feel like I'm playing fucking contact sports again. You know what I'm saying? Like, we must protect this house, and I just go in. I will just fucking go in, dog. Like,
that actually, I was that kind of reminded me of the fact that like just because the movies are so packed, like they're at the longest, with Infinity War being like just over 3 hours, like because they're condensed, I feel like those stories are allowed to be like way punchier, which is why they have like those big uplifting moments, and they're gonna I feel like the movies are gonna stay like pinnacle. Like they're still going to have the biggest wow factors and the biggest overall implications on what like the impact to like the universe, like the cinematic universe, are creating. But I feel like the stories themselves for the TV shows are what might end up like slowly encroaching. Like the stories might be better on the on the smaller screen, and then we'll get like the big epic punchier moments on the silver screen.
Do you think that's kind of like just the effect of the fact that like we get give or take 9 hours of story to be able to expand on, rather than the movies only being the 2.5, 3 hour experiences that we get? Like, do you think that's kind of just generally like what's going to give that to us? Or is it like you really do thoroughly think that like the stories themselves are going to be better in the shows coming soon, you know?
I
I
think a lot of it's going to come down to the formatting, like the formatting of like you said, like that 9 hours to expand the story as opposed to like 3 hours at like the most, at least right now. Like obviously, like there's way more character development that we're going to be allowed to there. I feel like if they want to get the most bang for their buck out of both, I feel like if they were to they every single one of the cinematic characters like on the silver screen should make a jump to Disney Plus for at least like one season of something or rather, because that'll open up the opportunities to get all of their character development out of the way while still allowing the movies to not be bogged down by like just plot points.
Yeah. With that being said, especially like thinking about Marvel specifically, I think having a series, like even if it's one season, as an introduction for a character, like they're doing with Miss Marvel here soon, fantastic idea. I think Red said it best earlier, which I pretty much agree. It's a well more articulate thought out of what I just said. But he said, honestly, I could see the shows catch up in quality to the quality of the movies, but not the spectacle or the impact that the movies can achieve. So
100% agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree. I feel like every MCU phase climactic moment is meant for the movies. I mean, we got Loki, right? We got the timeline getting messed up, multiverse, all that stuff. I don't care if you haven't seen it. We've already spoiled that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, I can see it getting there someday, but it's not there yet, you know.
So with that said, I actually have another question for you guys here. Also, reminder, chat, for anybody who left and came back, there's a poll in the chat right now asking whether or not you think the shows or the movies for Marvel content are better. Please put in your vote there. Love to hear from you guys. Do you what would you guys need from Marvel's TV content in order for you to think it's better than the movies?
Budget.
Yeah, budget.
Probably budget.
Sure.
Better budget.
If they can get the visuals on par with the films, like obviously it's never going to exceed the films. Films are films. But like if they can get it like at least to like close, like just underneath it, first off, it's going to set the tone for like all I feel like Disney Plus's Marvel content right now is already setting the stage and like the expectations for what all TV shows are basically going to look like going forward as far as visual, because like they're pioneering a lot of like this. We want to put these big huge budgets into these shows to give us like the best visual experience as along with those killer stories that they're writing. But like the budgets the budgets are already huge for their shows, but I feel like if they need to just bring it up just a couple more tiers to get it closer to that film.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want to see Amazon Lord of the Rings level budgeting.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the deal though, right? It's like they're actually not. I'm doing some fact checking here. They're actually not that far off, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier was $150 million budget, which is surprisingly low. But if you compare that to something like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which was $170 million budget, they're not that far off. Like they're like getting there. It's not the $356 million that Endgame was, for example, but they're getting there. They're getting there. And like obviously the more complex the shows are going to be. So like let's say for example that we did a, I don't know, we get a Doctor Strange show, right? Because of the amount of effects that go into that, obviously, like they're gonna have to increase the budget there. Like, you know, there's a lot of different variables that come into it, but it's like they could get there. And I could see it with things like Miss Marvel, or The Marvels technically is what the show is going to be. We could see that with Moon Knight. You know, there's a few IPs that we could see them like have to increase the budget because of visual effects, as well as the amount of staff that come along with that, you know, so on and so forth. I want to actually know what the budget for What If is right now.
I mean, What If is an animated show too, so
Yes.
it's a little bit different.
No, of course. But just
we've been mentioning Moon Knight a lot, and not too long ago, there was a photo released with Oscar Isaac, Ethan Hawke, and Willem Dafoe, all with their arms around each other on the set of Moon Knight.
Let's go.
What a cast.
Willem Dafoe, MCU, Green Goblin.
I mean, also, we're forgetting WandaVision, too. WandaVision had a $225 million budget.
Yeah, I was going to say WandaVision
was
looked the most
visually
like
stunning.
the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
WandaVision looked most like the movies in like picture quality. You know what I mean? And effects.
Yeah, I think
Halo-
with like Marvel TV shows, it's the visual effects, like their CGI is what sets them apart, like rather than the practical like usage.
I want to point out, too, Halo makes a good point in the chat. You're forgetting that the series budget is split between all the episodes of said show. The movie is just one production, like 2-hour-long episodes worth. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a good point, Halo. Yeah. That solid point. I mean, the thing is, too, is like, I would venture to debate that, like, I feel like that almost doesn't matter. I think that I would maybe argue that's kind of splitting hairs on that, because it's like the budget is the budget for that experience itself. And like, I mean, if we start talking about like individualizing the budget, the total budget amongst its episodes, and things start getting a little bit weird when like the impact is still there. You know what I mean? So it's
I'm there with Red on this one.
Sure. I mean, like, cool.
All right,
Like,
I'll concede that.
yeah. No. I definitely, you know, like, bound to the idea of it. Like, absolutely. I totally get where it's coming from. I think that, like, still, like, you know, for what
is this?
Good touch, not bad touch. Hi, guys. If that's an actual raid. Hi. Oh, you're right. Oh, dude. Thank
hey.
you, guys. Hi.
I love how that was like that.
Hello, I know.
Immediate.
It was questionable at first.
We got two people of color in here.
How's it going, guys?
We gotta sweat a little bit when we get rated. Guys, hi, hello. We're a podcast, so we don't usually do like an intro thing or anything like that. But hi, guys.
Real talk, I'm sweating over here. Y'all see this shit? I am sweating.
Podcast to podcast raid.
What's
Welcome.
happening, guys? Hello, welcome. And so what we're doing right now, we're currently talking about whether or not we feel like the Marvel's TV content could maybe end up being better than their movies. What I want to do, actually, now that you guys are all in here, I want to put up another hitting of that poll really fast so we have more people. The last one, we had everyone, or a majority, vote that the movies were better, which is totally fair. My next question for you guys in this, though, is... So I asked, what would you guys need? Oh, actually, I need your answer for that, Devin. What would you need for you to feel like the TV shows are finally better than the movies?
I just need to see you know, that Ragnarok, that Winter Soldier quality, you know, storyline and visual effects and action sequences. You know, I want to see a level of comedy that we would get in like Ragnarok, or the fantastical events that happened in Shang-Chi. You know what I mean? Like we're on our way there, but we haven't seen it yet, at least in Disney Plus. I think so. Loki is the closest thing to that because of the time travel and the different areas they go. It kind of, if anything, it kind of felt a little bit more like kind of edging towards like Guardians of the Galaxy visually, especially when they went to that planet with a falling moon, you know? So
yeah, they really did like a good job with the visuals. I think I'm totally on with you, especially with the action sequences, because like there was some weird crap in Loki. I'm just like, they downplay their powers for budget purposes, and I'm just like,
yeah, like there's lots of times Loki was getting his ass beat, and I'm like, he fought the Avengers though. Like,
yeah, there was some weirdness in there, wasn't there?
And you know, that was like the only thing I'll never forget, like that train scene when he got thrown out the window, and I'm just like, how? Come on, dude! Like, really?
Hear me out.
You just go boom, and they all would have like disappeared. You know what I mean?
Hear me out. What if they found a way to bring back Netflix's Marvel content? Like, not bring it back, like bring it, like re-release it. What if they had follow-ups with like better choreographers, and Kevin Feige's actually a part of it. Like they're like everyone that we want as a part of it, they come back and they fucking nail it. Would that do it for you? Because if we got a Punisher return, honestly, I feel like that would maybe get me in line here.
It's
It would for
rumored
me.
that they're in talks with John Bernthal right now to do that.
Oh,
As
that's right. Yeah, they talked about
As like
I wanna
as
see him
a
on the
semi reboot but continuation of what we saw
what'd you
to
say,
Disney
Garrick?
Plus.
I would love to see him because like we've had 2 Punisher movies that were both kind of met on the big screen, and like just the fact that John Bernthal, like he is the Punisher,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I would love
God,
like he
right.
deserves that big screen shot. But like if we got like a continuation of any of the like the Netflix Marvel content, dude, I'd be so here for that because like there's like a level of grit that they have that the Disney Plus stuff doesn't.
Oh, Daredevil especially too. Like I mean, we all know Punisher is just gritty and bloody and violent, but Daredevil was gritty and amazing storytelling.
God, the fucking
and character development,
dude. The fucking choreography. Hey, Halo asking, are you saying bringing the characters and actors back, but with the Marvel Studios level production? Yes,
absolutely.
For God's sakes, yes. If they
do
did the
Iron
Defenders
Fist
characters,
justice.
Oh my God, dude. Like, because here's the deal. After my recent experience in finally burning through those shows, like, I get where everyone's grievances were with the characters like Danny Rand, Iron Fist, or like even my grievances like Jessica Jones, having had only watched a couple of episodes originally. Project Ash in the chat. I'm off to get some work done. I am so excited to come back for the next stream. Have a great night, boys. Endeavor, thank you for finding these guys. Project Ash, thank you so much for coming in. Again,
thank you for coming.
Family. We care about you. We love you. Have a good night. Be good. Take care of yourself and drink lots of water. Make sure you're hydrated. I can see like where Marvel's current production level could be applied to these characters with their writing, with Kevin Feige being involved, with I fucking give us an episode of that show with Taika Waititi, directing it. Like there's so many good things that Marvel has since the Marvel TV shows that we've seen them be able to nail. I would love for us to get give me John Bernthal being directed by the Russo brothers in a Punisher piece of content, and I honestly I could cry thinking about that, dog. Like, oh my God, I need it in my veins right now.
I want more Deadpool and Korg shorts of them doing like live stream reviews. I want more of that.
I hate how
it should be like a YouTube series.
Yeah,
it should be.
They do shorts on Disney Plus. There's tons of shorts with all the other content.
They could totally do it there.
I'm serious.
I thought you were saying shorts as in like the leg. The pants.
You dumbass.
The Free Guy review, you fucking dweeb. Look at him over there with his nerd hair.
I thought you were talking about Deadpool wearing shorts.
My guy. Proud.
At first I was like, that was kind of fucking randomly. Like, imagine you get a video of Deadpool because he's wearing Cork's Hawaiian shorts.
What are you saying?
You broke him, bro.
I'm sorry, he's fucking hot. Anyway, imagine like Deadpool wearing Cork's like Hawaiian shorts and he like just sitting on a couch.
No, Halo Korg is coming back. He is going to be in the next Thor movie, and I think also Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my God!
I think he was referring about the Netflix characters.
Yeah. I think he was talking about those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
I can understand that they have been pushed aside for sure.
If they do, I think they are going to restrict it to Daredevil and Punisher because those are very obviously the ones that got the most like audience critical reception. Like those are the ones that people that were kind of like the beloved characters from like the Defenders series, and the rest kind of just weren't, which is ultimately like why they canceled the shows. But it's, part of why they can't. I'm sure, like, out of ignorance, like, I don't know exactly why, but, like, my argument would be that they were like, oh, the rest of these characters aren't really, like, making us money.
It was
Besides,
probably a factor.
I'm sure.
I
Yeah.
honestly see Daredevil coming into the cinematic version, and I see them starting Punisher off with a continuation / reboot Disney Plus series. I see that happening before Daredevil getting a show on Disney Plus.
And it could make sense because Disney Plus
Yeah.
has had announced earlier this year that they're opening up a section of their Disney Plus app where they're going to be holding specifically the rated R content. And if we're looking at,
Which is good.
it's a smart move. It's a smart move because if we're looking then at like, because there's talks about X-Men showing up, that means Disney could have their hands on the X-Men properties. And, there's things that are probably happening that are not in the spotlight right now. We could get Logan on Disney Plus available to us to be able to stream. We could get Deadpool, obviously. Like there's a lot of different things that they'll have on that part of the app itself that could be a signal for something like Punisher to come in, for something like Blade to be rated R, the upcoming Blade, like Mahershala Ali. There's a lot that could be coming from that. And I think that would be dope. Halo says, I don't know about the Punisher. Punisher's too violent
They're
for the
already
Marvel
in
Cinematic
talks
Universe.
right now. There's a contract that is being negotiated over with John Bernthal for a series too, not a movie.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could see them doing, I could see them doing a one-off if they wanted to. Kind of just, like, give people, like, hey, this is our final send-off. Kind of, like, treat it like the new season of Dexter sort of thing.
No, dude,
You know what I mean?
They have Moon Knight coming. That is going to be a
Moon
very
Knight, he has to be rated R.
yeah. That is going to be very violent.
Oh, no. I'm not saying about the violent thing. I don't give a shit about the violent stuff. I'm sure that Disney knows that after the success of Logan and Deadpool, there's room for rated R content in their Marvel suites.
Oh,
my thing is,
absolutely.
I can't see them wanting to add a normal human being who's just angry to the Marvel, like, cinematic world.
Yeah.
Because Daredevil's
Yeah,
already
he
kind of
has
cutting
his
it pretty close, but he has technically powers, so it's like that makes sense for him. And Daredevil's also a really big part of like the Marvel stuff. Punisher's only kind of. It's interesting though, because what does that mean for Blade? You think?
Well, we have a Midnight Suns game coming out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the MCU might end up making their own Midnight Suns with like Doctor Strange and Moon Knight. It's not too far off.
I just need a rated R Ghost Rider.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Holy
With
crap!
Nicolas fucking Cage.
No,
again.
no.
You don't want Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider? Guys, chat. Let me know if you want Nicolas Cage back
I
as
want
Ghost Rider.
Keanu Reeves or I want Norman Reedus. That's what I want as
Mormon
Ghost.
Reedus doesn't
Norman
it's Norman Reedus. He doesn't drink Coke. Is that what it is? He just me and
Don't
Garrick,
like that.
me and Garrick as prior Mormons are
Don't
both
like
like,
that.
no, we don't want that. I love this show. I'm sorry, chat. We're having a good time. I need Deadpool wearing cork shorts. That's what I need.
So I mean, here's the thing though. Deadpool is already MCU canon now because of that Korg short. That was the 100% confirmation right there.
What an interesting way to like squeeze it in that way too, or just like, and just in case you guys were wondering,
They did it.
He's here now.
Yeah, like Deadpool is part of the MCU.
I mean, yeah.
It's official. He
I
is
know,
a part of
I
it.
know, because they wouldn't
Just
have
like how they brought New Master 69 back for the Falcon and Winter Soldier commercial skit. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Sorry, I was reading Hilo's reply in the chat. But continue though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's official. It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah. Because Halo said they can't add those type of characters to the cinematic universe right now. That's not what Disney would do. I don't know how they would do them without one-offs. I mean, again though, it's like the implications, right? Because it's like we're slowly heading that way, anyways. Because then we start talking about like Blade being PG-13, which is we just saw the ramifications of what a PG-13 movie that should have been rated R can turn out like, and that was Venom 2. And it's like they'll lose too much money.
I don't buy it, Halo. I don't buy it, Halo. I think you're gonna be seeing something completely different after you see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think you're gonna be singing a completely different tune after that movie comes out, because that is supposed to be Marvel's first horror movie. They got Sam motherfucking Raimi directing it, dog. Drag Me to Hell. Like, come on.
Okay, but Sam Raimi also did the
and they've already
Spider-Man
kind of
movies,
tested
and that
the
was
waters
not
with that, with like, but like they've kind of tested the waters with the horror thing a little bit with the New Mutants, which whether you liked it or not, like they still were just like, all right, let's see if this kind of sticks, and it won't be as popular. I don't think they'll
That was
lose.
Fox,
I don't think
though.
they'll
That was
lose
Fox.
money. Yeah,
That was Fox
but
and
like,
not Disney.
Okay, but
that's true.
But still, though, I mean, like we're
kind of same almost these days.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can definitely see where Halo's coming from. Like, I like 100%. I do agree. If we were talking about like,
I have words to say. Logan and Deadpool.
Both also Fox. So, anyways, it's because that's what I mean. It's like that same argument is sort of like it follows through. Like, I can see where Halo's coming from because it's like if we were talking about Marvel, the past decade, sure. Halo's 100% correct. 100% correct. But them now basically canonizing that Deadpool's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with that short, as Devin was pointing out, there's no fucking way. There's no
way.
Fucking way that Deadpool's going to be PG-13. There's no way.
Already said Deadpool will be R. They've already said that.
Yeah. And then on top of that,
they are now.
They
are now.
They'll probably have the foresight.
Well, no. Halo's catching some lag. Halo's like just a little bit behind us. So Halo's trying to keep up with us. We're not fighting on you, Halo, because you obviously work in the movie industry. So it's like I can see where you are fucking coming from, dude. I really, really can. And honestly, like my money would be put that they would try to find a perfect balance between the two. I could see them trying to find a perfect balance between the two, but like,
Deadpool's staying R.
Future stuff is up in the air. Yeah, that's more so what I'm saying. Halo is like it's so just up in the air right now. It's impossible to really know what they can do. Disney has a way of making magic happen and still keeping people happy. What?
Did you really just say that?
Yeah, I did. I fucking love. No, I know.
Toy Story 2?
Yeah, Cork, Deadpool wearing cork shorts. Yeah,
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I just think with them introducing a lot of properties like that, I think it's definitely going to be in the rated R realm. You know, especially
No, continue. Sorry.
I was just, especially with announcing Blade, especially with bringing Deadpool into the MCU, which has already had 2 rated R movies, especially after the success of Logan. You know, I think they're gonna do it only when it's right, though, not just all the time, of course.
Yeah,
you know,
they're definitely gonna have the foresight to like look at it and be like, does this character need a rated R movie to really be the character that they were written as in the comics? And they're just going to treat it as like a character to character basis, because like some of them obviously, like, you can probably be like, yeah, they were maybe a little bit more R in the comics, but like we could write them appropriately in a PG-13 setting and it would still fit. But then there's going to be those characters that just don't. Like Deadpool could literally he could not be a PG-13 character. Like you can't write him that way. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't stick. Like, and Venom was one of those ones where like he could have gone either way, and they chose the PG-13 route, and they didn't necessarily do it in a way that did the character justice. And I think like I feel like Venom's actually going to end up being a learning experience for Marvel Studios as a whole on how they treat those more violent characters. And because like Deadpool, like the Blade movies that weren't related to Marvel, like were good for what they were. But
no, these things are fucking dank. Don't you slander Blade right now. Those are fucking dank.
No, I love them. I love them.
That first movie is top tier, dog.
Oh, dog, the Darude Sandstorm playing in the rain.
Wait. Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 3.
Yeah, he
Blade
was.
Trinity.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
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 I just remembered that.
And he basically played Deadpool. in that movie.
Yeah.
He basically
Yeah.
played Deadpool in that
He
fucking
kind
movie.
of did.
Yeah. Two swords, two katanas specifically, fighting people, doing jumps and shit. Yeah, it was a thing.
Did they film Wolverine Origins around that same time?
Please, God, if you find out,
We're not
don't
talking
tell
about
me.
that
I
movie.
don't. Yeah, we don't talk about that. You know what I mean? We
I'm
don't
just
talk
saying.
about that. We don't
He's
talk
like,
about
this is how the character should have
Project
been.
X, Project S. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about here is actually what Halo said. Is being realistic here, though. Let's be real. PG-13 versus R. PG-13 makes more money every time. Period. I'm not saying there will be better movies. Just the audience is wider. I do not buy the idea that Disney is willing to lose their audience. Sorry, let me rephrase, because I definitely came to that wrong. I do not think that Disney and or Marvel are willing to sacrifice the quality of their movies just to have a wider audience.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't think Kevin
That'll
Feige
cost him
will
more
let that
money
happen.
overall.
Yeah, I think Disney might push for it in some sense, but I think Kevin Feige will give them a lot of pushback and saying, no, this is the character. This is how it needs to be. This is my plan. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it will be a situation like that.
And I think that is a good place for us to end.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes.
thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, our schedule, Wednesday, Man of Medan. That'll be at 7 p.m.
Yes,
We're doing
tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Yep.
Pacific Standard Time. That is 10 p.m. Eastern Time, daylight time, whatever the fuck. It's Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and this is the Dark Pictures anthology, the very first game of it, Man of Medan. Me and Devin are playing that tomorrow night. Be here for it, because I'm gonna piss and
Also
wear Korg shorts.
Yeah. Also going to be doing it on Friday.
Yes. So this first game is about based on what I looked at, it was about like 4 to 4.5 hours experience. So we're gonna split 2-hour episodes this week to be tight. Same time, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep. And then Saturday, we're doing our Good Kraken podcast with a what if review at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And are we doing that with Genesee? Yeah, we have
Yes,
Genesee from
Genesee
Let's
will
Get
be back
Bitchin'.
for it. Yes,
Yeah,
Genesee
hell
will
yeah.
be back
Yeah, we're
for
going to have Genesee from Let's Get Bitchin' with us. So check it out. Anyways, this has been the Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can support us by subscribing below, going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About Me section of our Twitch channel and clicking the bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken, ! And leaving a review. But until next time, you can watch Garrick fillet his water bottle. Anyways, please be good. Thank you for joining us, guys. We really appreciate the raids. Would love to chat with you more. So join us again.
Be good to each other, guys. Love y'all.